Alright, yeah, I'll be back again with another stream for the large trade. It's Tuesday, so the first thing we do is we check Forex Factory to see what kind of news we have upcoming. And the only type of news we have is it's red news for USD at 10:30. So usually what I do is I wait after red news to actually place any trades. But in the meantime, we're gonna go and log into all my funded accounts to show y'all everything is the same. We haven't taken any trades for the funded accounts. Um, y'all might see me take trades for my challenges as well if I find opportunities on different time frames. So yesterday I took a trade for a challenge. So no funded accounts trades were taken for a while. So I go to FXify. That's my one of my accounts. It's a 100K account. So if we sign in right here, and if we scroll down, we go to funded right here. As you can see, it's the starting balance is 100,000. We're going on the dashboard so I can show y'all the analytics are all the same. And as you can see, it's still the same with the account balance being uh the same 1.91 in drawdown and stuff like that. If we go on to my next account, it's a 50K account with Definitive Funding. Go to sign in right here. And as you can see, everything is the same with the drawdown that I have right here. Everything is the same. And if we go to my last account right here, I just sign in. I'll sign in. This is the 100K with 5%ers. As you can see, everything is still the same. And like I talk about in every stream, the dashboard isn't accurate with this. It's actually 3.4 in drawdown. So now that we went over all that, we can get started. Just give me a second. I'm gonna post that I'm live on my Instagram real quick before I really get started. Post the live stream. All right. So we can start off by checking GBP CAD. Yesterday I was eyeing GBP CAD. Took one trade, but it was just for a challenge. Uh, let's see what it's actually doing right now. So from these areas, we are expecting for a nice pause against the MAs like this, and before it continues higher. Well, this move isn't too bad because I can assume, even though this kind of did break the 20, the way how it started to move against the MAs shows that the orders are supporting itself. And meanwhile, I wouldn't consider this the real flush because the flush happened right here, and basically you just got to look what's happening within the price. So we flushed out right here, we came up breaking structure once, and as we came down to this 20, we started making what I like to call structure or demand formations happen alongside the MAs like that, right? So I'm already overall bullish. Let's see what's going on my entry time frame on the 15-minute time frame. So we came down to the 50. We came up, paused nicely right here. Yeah. 10 o'clock news just came out. So either way, we're just analyzing right now because we're not taking no trades until the news is really completed. I have to wait at least 3 to 5 minutes because of the rules on the funded accounts as well. But either way, the move is already happening out of this range, so there's nothing to do because there was nothing for us to even get involved. But I still like this. If since we came out of this range, if later on we can let me show y'all, if we can come back down to this 10 right here, which is the black line, or the on 20, which is the red line, pause nicely. I can go on the lower time frame to look for the entry setup. But right now it's not ready, it's almost ready, so we can just leave that in green. For GA, let's see what's going on right here. So we had a flush right here. We came up, flushed again, came up, broke structure once, and we're overall bullish and stuff like that. So the reason why I didn't do the full top-down analysis is because I already did top-down analysis in previous live streams. So if you want to understand better on what I'm doing, you can always just watch the previous live streams. It's just I'm already showing up to the market already knowing what the higher time frame is telling me because I already seen the higher time frame already. But we had the flush right here. We have the validation breaker structure 1. It's looking to create another validation breaker structure 2. Right here is pausing right at the 10 and 20. Let's see what's going on right here. This is like a very ugly area because we flushed right here. So we flushed, we moved up, and then we reflushed. And then this is that news candle. Hmm. This is something very hard because in order for me to get involved, I would need to see price like start to rise up. But the fact that this move just happened so quickly like that makes me feel like it's not gonna make a move out. Instead, it's probably may just chop around in this area like this due to the fact that EMAs are still moving relatively sideways with price. So I talk about that all the time. Like when you see price move sideways like this with the price, sometimes the move can work, but sometimes you will notice that price will just like chop around with price because the EMAs tell a story with price when you use it right. So for now, I'm gonna just keep it in blue. I'm gonna watch it a little bit later. Your NZD. Let me see what's going on the higher time frame for this. So your NZD, I'm really interested in this. Yes, I'm actually. Let me put this in green. Actually, the reason why I'm interested in this is because I already know the high time frame is overall bullish, right? And as we created this flush, so the flush is when we come make its way under all the MAs, right? And then the validation breaker structure happens when we first break structure right here. So we had the validation breaker structure, and usually we can notice 4 to 5 before we refill down, right? So we broke structure, we paused against this 10 right here, which is something I really want to see in order for me to look for an opportunity. Let's see, like something like that. Like I don't like this because it's like just came out of this area right here. So in order for me to even get an entry, I probably just need it to come back down a little bit more. And then if we can just reset up nicely where we push up, pause nicely against the 10 and 20, 10 or 20, either one, and then I'll set a buy stop above the high, then I can get like involved for an entry. But right now, nothing is ready for me to take a trade. So, but I'm gonna just keep it in green just in case it does do that, so I can just watch it. The next one is USD AUD. Let's look at the higher time frames to see what it's doing. I think USD AUD haven't been moving much. Let's see what's going on right here. Uh, let me check the higher time frame real quick. So the context time frame in relative to the 15-minute time frame is the daily. So let me zoom in and see what's going on. It's just completely not ready for USD AUD because if you notice, we're still in that same area that for like the past few days it's not hasn't been moving. And in order for me to even watch this, I need to clear up the high. The same things. I'm gonna put this in red. Completely not ready. At least USD CAD right here is moving a bit because as you can see right here, USD CAD, we had this flush right here. I'm just waiting for the clear of the highs right here in order to look for a trade. But you can see the 1 hour starting to make bullish structure. But we just need to be more patient in order to look for something on here. So I'm gonna keep this in red. Let's see what else is next. USD JPY. Let's see what is it doing. So USD JPY have been short-term bearish. Yeah, I don't like USD JPY because I think the last stream I was saying that USD JPY we kept flushing, coming back down, flushing, coming back down. So it's not really doing anything for me to get involved in this. This market doesn't really look good for me. So you see how quickly a market condition can quickly change, and I can quickly avoid it because when I first started the live stream, I really liked this market, the way how it's moving. But now it's not moving in line with what I'm expecting. Let's see what's going on for gold. Gold, I'm still expecting overall buys. We're just waiting for the clear of the highs before we even jump down to a lower time frame. So then Bitcoin, I can I'm gonna take Bitcoin completely off because it's been looking completely choppy when I've been analyzing it. So the best one is still GBP CAD. Let's just see. Yeah. GBP CAD is the best one so far. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna look for lower time frame entries for my challenges because I know it's probably gonna set something up way sooner. Because like I talked about yesterday, I can quickly switch between time frames because if the thing about time frames is all fractals, all the same thing. It doesn't matter what time frames you're trading. Time frames are a way to see orders at a given time. But I'm just not willing to, for now, I'm just not willing to trade different time frames on my funded accounts. I want to be as consistent as possible. So for my funded accounts, just 15-minute time frames. Uh, Challenges, it doesn't matter what time frame because it's all the same thing. And and challenges don't matter because it's not really real money until you get to the funded stage where you can actually withdraw some money. So let's see. I'm gonna check. I think a 1 minute may look the clearest. Let me look at the 1 minute real quick. Yeah, the 1 minute may set up the earliest. So what I can do is, so if I was looking for a 1 minute entry, is the same process but just with different time frames. Like if I wanted to trade a 1 minute time frame for the challenges right now, what I would do is I would consider the 1 hour my context time frame, and based on this context time frame, I could see the flush happening right here. So this is the flush. This is the first break of structure right here. Came down, made the second break of structure right here on the context time frame. Let's delete all this right here, all that. Um, Yeah, yeah. Loki should have took a screenshot of the images and edited it to my journal from yesterday's trade. All right, so the next time frame, so we established the overall bullish context. Go down to our validation in terms of the 1 minute entries. So the 6 minute right here is what we use for the validation. Let's see. And for the 6 minute, what we see is basically just the same thing. So we had the flush right here, price came up, broke structure, we reflushed against the most recent flush. In terms of the 6 minute is right here at this flush. And then we had the first break of structure. So in order for me to even trade the 1 minute time frame, I need price to come down and pause against this a 10 and 20, same thing that I expect on the higher time frames, before jumping on a 1 minute to decide to trade it. So notice, like how I talked about yesterday, even though a 1 minute time frame you can find more entries faster and make more money faster or lose more money faster, you can still have rules that help you stay out of certain price action, because real trading is about trading in the specific areas that's going to make you money. A lot of people want to trade everything and anything, and they're confused. They want to trade this, everything. Instead, just have rules where you can trade specific areas, which can help you get out of like a break even stage or an unprofitable stage if you are following rules. So there's nothing for me to do as of yet. So it's all about just the patience right now and waiting for something to happen on the 6 minute. Let me actually look at Euro USD as well to see what's going on. Because I could look for, I said Euro USD, Euro NZD. This, let's see. The Euro NZD, like, this could actually set up for my actual accounts. This, because you remember how I said it was all the way up here. I like how it moved down. So if we can just make a clean setup nicely for the buy stop right here, I would definitely be happy with taking the trade right here. So if I do get an opportunity right here, I'm gonna ignore like this 1 minute trade and everything. Since I'm eyeing this, let me just make sure my trade copiers are all connected. I think it doesn't automatically put my password. I'm gonna just do it from my phone to connect it to make sure everything is connected. Let's see. Trying to go on the Traders Connect. Let's see. So this is how I'm basically able to trade all accounts at the same time. Because in total, I'm trading with 7 accounts, including the challenges. So I have 3 funded and 4 challenges. So let's see, sign in. Just double checking if everything is connected. This says disconnect. Why does it say this? Oh, um, connection. What the hell? My funded FX. Do I gotta reconnect these? That's weird. All my funded FX challenges are disconnected. Let me see what's going on right here. Oh, let me see. Okay, okay. So you came down, you moved up. I don't like how this cleared the high like that. Because I don't want to take an entry exactly at the high. I like it when it's under the range, even if it's just slightly under the range. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can reconnect my challenges because I don't know why it says disconnected. Uh, this is what is going on. All right, so what I'm gonna do is so this can actually set up right now. If in the so if we printing a candle right here, if we can make like a pause within the next candle that rejects either nicely right here, then I'll take like a buy stop above that high from all my accounts. So I'm gonna get everything situated because I don't know. Let me see, because I remember like my funded FX kind of changed. Oh no, that's just the platform. I don't know why it says disconnected on my end. On my funded FX. Yeah, they changed to something else. This happened. That took extremely long to load. Let's see what's going on. So I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm trying to. So what I'm doing right now is I'm basically reconnecting all my accounts. Uh, let's see, where's my credential? Oh, I probably have to do this offline because if I'm reconnected, I gotta show my credentials on it. But let me see what it's doing first before I even decide to do anything. Let's see. So I'm gonna do it all from my phone. Let's see. My phone. That would be crazy if I mixed. If I didn't get to enter all my accounts. It's weird. I don't understand how It just disconnected. A lot of work to reconnect all of them. Uh, let's see. Log in. Log in. Yeah, I do. I really do like this if it gets set up. So just after this candle closes, one more 15-minute candle. Next, let's see. Try this. That's weird. It's saying that I'm connected though. Connection. Why is it this saying new version update? Connection error. All right, let me. I really do gotta redo it. So I'm gonna delete. And gotta delete this one. All right, now I gotta reconnect them. So if you notice, the reason why I do like this area is because as we are pushing up from this area, you can start to like the MAs are starting to rise. So that's the reason why I'm looking at that area. Where is it? Straight. Why can't I move my? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I'm still connecting all my accounts. Let's see. We'll call this. This would be way easier if I did it on the laptop, but I can't do it on the stream. Showing y'all the passwords. Challenge one. Opener. Did they change the broker or something like that? Ah, that's what happened. I think they changed it. What is it now? Uh, this is so much work. Credentials. Uh, This is good. We not have it. Uh, Here we go. My phone is FX. And credentials. I really like this area. What? That's weird. So I can't use the trade copier with my funded FX accounts for some reason. It's not connected. It's saying an error. It's giving me an error even when I try to reconnect it. So what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna place the trade for if I do get the trade. I'm gonna place it on the trade copier, but I'm gonna enter for at least one my funded FX if I do get a chance. So it might just set up here. Just have to wait. Mm. So the only way for me to like cancel this idea that I have here is to basically if price ends up like breaking both of them, both of the 10 EMA and the 20 EMA, the black and red line, then I can just end up canceling it. All right, about to close. So I just need one more candle after. One more candle. So you see, you basically see it like the price action is rejecting off of it. We're starting to rise up. You see the difference between it's slightly rising up. Now, if a move were to happen out of this, potentially like a good move, then that's how the MAs will start to expand because like price action, the MAs interact with it. We move in a cycle, so we move sideways, then expand, move sideways, expand, and then we might flush down, then expand, and restart this whole cycle. So as long as we don't clear that high, because I really do like it, and it'll be cool if y'all finally saw an actual trade, or there's like a win or loss or break even. then I can get everything prepared. So this would be like the entry right here. Above that high. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calculate the my risk on this. So I'm gonna prepare everything. Go to baby pips. I'm doing the calculations on my phone. We're gonna tag out. Yeah, you could just see the momentum right here with that, with how the MAs are rising. Let's see. I'm not in no trades yet. So we just cleared that high, so I have to cancel this. So if it just ends up moving without me, I just missed the trade. And all that doesn't matter. So what am I doing now that it cleared that mini high? Like, as long as we don't clear this top one, we don't clear that top one, I could still look for our own trades in this range. So what could I do? If the next candle after it, so we gotta wait like a good 30 minutes for something to potentially happen. So if we can the next candle after it can make a move down. Actually, if it ends up breaking this area too, that will also avoid this whole area. So if it breaks too, then I have to stop looking for a trade idea in this area. But for all you know, we can still because this candle hasn't closed, we can still reject a little bit down. If it does that, and then the next candle after it pauses nicely like that, then I'll set the buy stop. So we got some good time before we even need to do anything. So since I know I got some time to wait, let me look at that other pair that I was looking at, GBP CAD, and look at and basically we was looking for potential 1 minute entries. Okay, so it's still not doing anything because we need it to come down here for potential 1 minute entries like that. So there's nothing to do either way. Yeah, like something like this. You see how price is coming back into the range like that? We can close in the next 10 minutes like that, and then the next candle pauses down like that, then we'll be in the trade. So what would I do if price does break this area? So if price does break this area, I'll simply just be waiting for the same thing right here. So you see how this area right here we broke? I just need a retracement right back to that 10 or 20 on the lower time frame. Wait. All right, we completely cleared that high right there. So at this point, this whole range, I wouldn't be looking at it at all unless we somehow reject. But even with the rejection, if we close back in this range, it will have to re-come back down and create a whole new move after coming back down, come back up, pause like here, like that. Hmm. Let's see if I can find a topic where we could talk about while we're waiting. I think a good topic is talking about understanding that there's going to be different times of the year where you're finding a lot more trades, and different times of the year where you're not finding as much trades. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because you might look at these streams and be like, "Damn, I haven't taken a trade in almost almost 2 months since like January something for the funded accounts." But you also have to realize there were also times in the year where I was finding a lot more trades. Like in January, I found way more trades, and last year I found way more trades. I don't even think I went a month. I don't even went. I didn't go a month without missing any trades. So this actually is actually news to me of actually not trading for like a whole month, entire month of not finding a setup to be still okay with me because I understand what I'm waiting for. It doesn't make sense to switch your strategy up because of 1 month you didn't find any trades. But you get what I'm saying? Out of 1 month not finding no trades, but out of the year of the strategy, you finding trades every month. It doesn't make sense to change it up. That's what I'm saying. It's all about the understanding. I do feel like it really is gonna break above here. So it's just gonna be another game of patience of waiting for the same thing. So just a recap, we almost did get something right here, but it didn't look yeah, we almost did get something right here. So honestly, we're just gonna just wait again. And what would that wait look like? Are we pushing out of this area? Man, this market did look clean. That area did look clean. But notice how I don't care that price is pushing out of that area because we didn't get the setup quite ready yet. You could have argued that I could have took the entry at the high, but I don't like taking it exactly at the high. I like it slightly below it. So we're gonna watch that move without us. So for another setup to happen, you're gonna notice that it's gonna maybe like next candle, if we can just come back to that 10 right here. By the time it comes back to that 10, we would have recame back to the 50 on this time frame. Like that. Like that. Something like that. Okay, we got 30 seconds to see what it's gonna do. Alright, closed above here. Broke. Simply, we just want this movement to happen. So let me see what this was doing right here. And this market just looks good. Look at it, man. Look, there was some type of higher time frame entry right here too. This would have been probably for like a 1 hour entry, 6 hour validation. Look at that. Yeah, that was nice. That had looked nice. But I'll be showing y'all little stuff like that because to show y'all that it's just fractal. Same thing on every time frame. Now we're pushing up like that. Yeah, I was also looking at GA. Yeah, there was no way to get involved in this because remember how I said like unless we we had like if it was rising right here and it made a clear pause, but it made no pause. All the candles were just consecutive, going up. I'm gonna put this in green because it does look good as well. Need a second break right there. So if we can come back down like that to the 10 or 20, right, the same thing. I'll be happy. Real trading is boring, y'all. Mm, okay. So you remember how I was saying I could look for potential 1 minute entries? A 1 minute entry may set up for GPAUD. Let me look at. I want to also consider what times volume usually comes in. Let's see. Pretty much some good volume happening. Uh, yeah, there's some actually good volume right now in the session right here. So I could actually look for potential setup on a 1 minute because there's some volume in there. You can tell based on how high the volume is and stuff like that. If it was low, I wouldn't consider it, especially since technically it's out of session because GPAUD is gonna move more in London session. But you can look at your volume and see how much volume is in the market right now. You can also tell it within the candlesticks. I was able to tell it either way because of this momentum push right here. Consecutive bullish candles, large bullish candles like this is showing volume already, but the indicators can be like just an extra confluence. So just needed to come down right here. 1 minute, probably be around here. So I'll keep an eye on it. Take it for a challenge or something. And I can honestly tell like this right here is setting up something on a seconds time frame. That's how fractal price is. Probably on a what would I call it? Maybe like a 5 second, but I won't trade seconds time frame. The max I will do is a 1 minute. But you can tell because it's the same thing that I expect on the higher time frames where after we flush, we creating these break of structure, we pause them against the 10 or the 20, and then make a setup. So on a lower time frame, it's setting something up for a move right here. Even though I want it to come lower, if it was to go higher from this point, that would have been somebody's second time frame entry. And even though even if it does drop, from this area, it doesn't mean that the person who's entering on a second time frame has lost money, because as you can see from the my yesterday's what's it called entry I did for my challenge, I I got involved, made money on it before price dropped, and those were through management rules. Management rules can basically help you from avoiding a loss and so on, or management rules can help you get a win and stuff like that. So yeah, probably if somebody was able to get something on the second time frame, yeah, they probably made some money on here. But I'm still waiting for a move like that. Let me see what the other ones are doing. Still nothing yet. Mm, 6 minutes. So you can see that I literally can't even just I can't skip the process at all, even if I wanted to enter a lower time frame because of the rules. All right. I'm just on my phone now because it's just a waiting game now. All right, so I'm about to do the same thing that I do every live stream to see if it's likely to set something up on my actual entry time frame, which is a 15-minute time frame. So what was we eyeing? We was eyeing, I think it was. So for GA, I already know it's not likely to set something up like around like 12 o'clock. And no, even though GA usually moves in London session, you could tell there's a lot of volume right now. But the reason why is because okay, if we go on the 1 hour time frame, we have to come. I mean, we can come down right here. Yeah. So the reason why is we have to make a move down all the way down to this 50. We have to make another move up. We have to make a nice pause and then the entry. And you have to keep in mind these are all 15-minute candles, so that's going to take a good minute. and it's 11 o'clock. So it's gonna take a good minute for that to happen. So that's how I can like basically eye a market and be like, it's not likely to set up during the session. Same thing for Euro NZD. Mean, yeah, we have to move all the way down here, do the same thing. Definitely, GBP CAD definitely is not gonna make a move, for me because it's all the way up here. I do feel like it could make some moves for the lower time frame, definitely, because the lower time frames, it doesn't like a 1 minute time frame. It's just 1 minute candles, so it can make a move. So I'm trying to contemplate whether I should stay on either end the live stream for my funded account, since the whole point of live streaming this is to show y'all my funded accounts, and then just trade my challenges, because either way I'm documenting that on my channel and stuff like that. If y'all want to watch that, those are two different things. I want to show just my funded accounts so that because those are actual money I can withdraw rather than challenges. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end the live stream because I can definitely tell that none of these are gonna set up. What about your eight USD AUD? Let's see what is it doing over here. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. So I'm gonna end the live stream. Just re-looking at it. But I do feel like it's gonna like I'm gonna have some trades this week due to the fact that I see three market conditions that are trending with what I want to see. And usually when I see like market conditions that start to begin to trend like this and stuff like that for the week, then I at least am able to find my regular trades. On average, I'll be taking like two trades a week. So I do feel like it's gonna start setting things up. Uh, was it not?